Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Curse of Mother Mystery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse of Strahd, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by Marc. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But with me, I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady Lyra, half of Omegas, played by Yudi. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hammerti and Chishti were like played by Cookie. Hello, hello there.
Hello, this stuff is my own. My precious.
Next up, the starter Tiefling Bar played by Adriano.
Welcome to the stream.
And then we got an open slot, and it might be just you who joins in and takes that slot. We shall see what happens. Anyway, gang, what happened last time?
And things started with Amatia going on a walk.
Yeah.
Amardia is attuned to a definitely not cursed staff.
Whoopie branch in the hand.
Can you tell us what happened, Cookie?
Yeah, Hamatia was pretty distraught about some information that she got from the leader of the Raven people. I don't remember the name for the life of me, my apologies.
Davian.
But Davian, yes. But she did take a walk. She had a little pep talk with her pet moth, Soul. And then she decided to attune to a very spoopy, blood-dripping, liquid, smelly stuff that they got out of the leader of the druids that answer to a hag named Rin of Mount Gakis that talked about a lot of spoopy things, including a thing that has a name that I will remember. Give me more.
Name of the branch, you mean?
No, I mean like the thing that's like, you can't stop the thing that we're going to do.
Winter Splinter?
Yes, the Winter Splinter.
Oh, okay.
I remembered that it's like a name for like a theme park or something. Yeah, the Winter Splinter. So they got the stuff from that guy, and for some reason Amatia decided that it was nice to attune to it. It was now hers. It was her prize, so she wanted it. And boy oh boy, did she get it. The thing just gave her this weird vision of its vines and branches being like piercing her flesh and starting to merge with her body, which was really weird, but it was just an illusion, so it's fine. And she went back to the manor, where we had a little feast because we won! Guys, we won! Woo! So we went to have a little bit of a dinner to both celebrate our victory and remember the fallen with the rest of the Marticors. And Darius has a small speech, and then we begin. Nix is a bit sus about what Hamatia was doing, and Hamatia basically throws a tantrum back at him. And she basically goes back to Davian and asks her questions, and she learns that hags have several ways of making children, which is TMI, but they can make other haggy children, or they can make less haggy, half haggy children that basically are changelings. So that's what she is, probably. She also shares information about the standing stones and how these standing stones may contain the elementals that the forest folk are supposedly worshipping, and if the hags are imprisoning them in any way or doing anything that might harm them, there might be a bit of a conflict of interest there. It's a bit of a fury craft. It's not really there yet, but it's like a wild speculation that they have. Illyria, meanwhile, is pretty is thinking pretty hard about the fact that she has cool new vamp powers, which are really cool.
Vamp powers, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jessica, because she is Tatiana's reincarnation. Tatiana, of course, being the wife of the spouse, more likely, of a guy named Sergei, who looks like Strahd, and he's actually Strahd's brother, but isn't Strahd, while Strahd told Illyria that Tatiana was his spouse, and that was a big fat lie. So it's a bit of a mess. We're still trying to figure it out. We had a lot of we know kind of a lot now, but it's still a lot of shrouded in mystery. Mainly, what happened to the party of Strahd when they went into the spooky temple? Okay, where was I? Oh shit, this is so... Still on the spot, I wasn't ready. Okay.
All over the place, but that's just you.
Yeah. Yeah, so we asked about the people that went to the temple first, mostly the elves. And we queried about the sister of the greatest poet in all of Barovia Valley, which is, of course, Casimir. That wants us to release his batshit insane possessing ghost of a sister who previously tried to get Illyria killed by taking over her body and literally standing in a fire. And we were like, yeah, sure, we'll revive her, fine. So we have a bit of a discussion if it's a good idea to revive a vengeful lady elf ghost. And the answer is maybe. Let's see how crazy she is, and maybe if she's too crazy, we'll let it go. And yeah, they then Mariella. I said the name right.
Yeah, you did. Good job.
Yes, okay. Mariella, who is another one of the Martikovs, of the people of the Raven people, who are people that can turn into ravens. As the name
Were ravens.
Yeah. She's a were-raven, a part of the organization, but she's not Martikov.
Oh, she's not Martikov. Oh, okay. That was a big goof on my side.
No.
Okay.
Worries.
So she comes and she's like, oh, I've been traveling for days. I have some news. So what are the news? And she goes into the news. The news are as follows. We have a brand new altar to Mother Night, the spoopy deity in Valakis Square, which is great. The orphanage was burned down mysteriously under dubious circumstances, and now Granny, aka Morganfa, aka Mother Dearest, will provide shelter for the poor little children and will not turn them into pie.
From such kindness, from the bottom of her heart.
Yeah.
What a sacrifice.
Yeah, what a sacrifice. It's going to cost her at least 3.14 gold per day. That's pie. Okay. And of course, we got spooked by it. Hamatia especially got spooked by turning more children into pie, which he kind of feels guilty about, being an accomplice of that. But we do have something what we need to do. We need to go to I forgot the name of the thing. To Yesterhill, where shit be happening. Apparently the Winter Splinter, and we need to prevent that. So currently the party is in this really weird situation where you have children what might be turning into pie on one place, and you have a Winter Splinter, which doesn't sound nice at all, on the second place, and they decide to prioritize the Winter Splinter and go to Yesterhills ASAF, and never mind, and then deal with that, and then go back and hopefully go to Morganfa's home before children are not children anymore, which is not good. And so we sleep the night. We ride at dawn, bitches, as Nick said. And then Hamatia had a really nice dream where a certain spoopy star from the beginning of the session might or might not have told her that everything is fine and she doesn't really need to care about the children and that it's yes to heal. It's more than fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. And we set off and that's where we left off.
Mary also told some news about the village of Barovia, which also might be on the list, but probably quite low right now, at least.
Oh.
Candemir, Duro, Victor, and Lydia, fort for the werewolf being built, and the fields are lush with corn. The village of Barovia is green again. Okay, awesome, cool. Okay, let's get into this, guys. Oh, exciting. What?
That's what Cookie messaged me.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's go here and get into it, shall we? Morning finds you tense and anxious as you all wake up naturally early in a somewhat clean corner of the Wizard and Wine Vineyards manor. Honestly, you could have slept longer. Boreas knows that you need it, but the ambient stress that buzzes underneath the surface of your skin doesn't allow you. Too many places, too many people. Too many people who need your help. Too many creatures who need to be eradicated. Too many promises. And so few of you. It's almost too much for a mortal being to take. And all of it is so goddamn fragile. A tense and thin thread of status quo that you all hang on to and put your hope into. At any given moment, it can snap. If you make a grievous enough mistake, if you take too long, if you're not in the right place at the right time. Truthfully, everything can also break apart due to reasons that are completely out of your control. But that thought doesn't particularly make you feel any better, because the consequences will be all the same. Chaos, blood, suffering, hopelessness. With the weight of this misty world on your shoulders, breakfast is a sordid affair. The Martikovs help you in any way they can, cooking for you, bringing you wagon and horses from where you left it outside of the vineyard, and giving you the space that you seem to need right now, sensing the shift in the air around you. And so does Essie. You fill her in quickly on what is going on, as she groggily found her way to the kitchen as the scent of breakfast spread its way around the manor. She's concerned by what she hears, but she ultimately agrees with Nyx. Jester Hill is too close by, and too worrying not to crash a party at. Soon, you stand ready by your fed horses hooked up to the wagon just outside the manor with the members of the Martico family there to see you go. Darius declares that he will come with you to translate once the scouted ravens return from their nighttime mission, which immediately perks Essie up a bit. Stefania offers a sincere farewell. Elver runs up with a hug and a pat on the back and tells you to show them savages what's for before returning to Davian to support him on the veranda. Davian only mutters something half-hearted, but the glint in his eye reveal how nervous he truly is for you. Then the moment of goodbye, hopefully just for now, comes. Is there anything you would like to do or say before setting out?
Nyx will look at I guess Davian and say, should Muriel return, sooner than expected. Tell her we're further south. Head to where the storm swirls around the hill. I'm sure you'll find us amongst the chaos. For now, until we get back, I advise that you fortify, just in case. Should any pass us by on our way to resolving the situation.
No, of course. You don't need to tell me what I need to do, boy. I've been alive longer than you have, and I know how to keep my family safe. We will have our ravens up in the air, and we will know if they come. Don't worry about us.
Nix holds his tongue, wishing to retort at the old man, but looking at him, takes a sigh and says, "Of course you do." And rolls his eyes and then looks towards the road ahead. It looks like got a long way ahead of us. We all ready to go?
I think we are.
Yes, move and Heidi. Let us move.
Azzy, you said you go by.
Yes? Well, now when you pointed out this... Okay. Goodbye, everybody! Bye-bye!
Very good.
Goodbye and thank you for helping us.
Do not die, please. It will be kind of pointless if you do.
Okay. Enough with the pleasantries. We've got things to take care of.
Yes,
Nix
yes.
Kicks his horse to move.
Okay. I guess you were in the front in the wagon, like normal, driving, driving this thing forward.
Oh yeah, we're on a cart. So.
Yeah. You order the horses forward. Darius jumps in the back and settles in. And slowly but surely the faces of the three marticops disappear from your sight. Let's put some wagon sounds on shuffle.
On the road again.
To the radiant city. Okay. Every time. Every time.
Wrong universe.
You just trigger something in me. I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, we just get jumped by a fucking Raticate.
Random encounter.
Oh wow, Snorlax is in the way. Oh no.
I know, Nix, have you brought a flute?
We can't just go around it. We need the flute.
No!
God. Anyway, the sound of wagon wheels rolling through mud soon turns into a soothing white noise, and the gentle rocking of the wagon instills a sense of calm. As you travel past the rotting vines, eventually out of the Wizard of Wine's valley, and eventually you come to the winemaker's signpost. You turn your gaze and horses south to the thinner and more overgrown path that promised to deliver you to Winter Splinter and whatever doom that awaits. Amaria's mood brightens on its own accord. This is good. This is the right thing.
Yes, I caress the staff a little bit. I take some of the droplets of liquid and I taste it.
Well,
Wait,
well.
do we see that?
I mean, she's in the back of the wagon with you, with Essie and Lyria, so, and Darius, so yeah?
How does it taste?
It tastes like blood.
Tastes like blood. Interesting.
I thought we had a chat about you no longer needing to eat
Oh, no, it
weird things.
wasn't from appetite. It was just a bit curious to see if it's actually blood or something else. Why would something as beautiful as this leak blood all over the place? Well, it adds to its appeal, if you ask me.
And she stares at it with a blank smile.
Lyra's very weirded out, but doesn't say anything more.
Darius leans in to Essie and whispers something, and Essie just shakes her shoulders, like shrugs at him. Whispers something back.
Hey, so, have a taste. I think you like it.
It's actually blood?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
I shall paint the world red!
A third plate with a cookie has appeared next to me.
Soul, starts, dancing around the staff, flying into the blood and flying out of it, and it seems to be, actively playing and bathing it, like a little kid, jumping in puddles.
You're so cute.
Not at all creepy.
Essie's gonna, lean in a little bit. She's gonna put her elbows on her knees. Amartya, you seem more, witchy than general.
Witchy? In what regard am I more witchy?
I mean, okay, I didn't want to bring it up right now, but are you alright?
Yes, I'm all right. I'm positively good. You know, I was beginning to doubt our course of action, but now I feel it's going to be all right.
And she stares directly at the stone.
Wait, but I thought you wanted to go get the children as soon as possible.
Yes, of course. I also matter, but there are more. Let's call it important things, or more immediate things that we need to take care of, right? That's what we said. So.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah,
we both weren't necessarily a fan of it, and now you seem awfully alright.
Well, you probably did a fantastic job
it's
of.
good that you're feeling better. It's
yeah, we're
just-
glad about it, but
But what? I mean, so what? You want me to be angry now? What?
No.
I don't get it. I'm fine.
You're just...
But wait, doesn't it creep you out, holding that thing and
Not
having
really,
that strange blood? Do you even know what the blood comes from?
Does it matter? I mean, maybe it's a magic blood. Maybe it's not really blood. Maybe it's maybe it's juice. Maybe it's blood juice. You don't know.
Blood cordial.
I mean, I'm happy that you're doing better, but that's a very big shift in mood you've had.
Well, I don't see what the problem is.
You're acting very different from usual.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I'm not miserable, I'm suspicious now? Is that what this conversation is about?
No, I actually find it to be like very good that you're happy. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Finally!
No, I want you to be happy.
Yes, and I am! So what's the problem?
Nothing.
Good!
Yeah, this just turned awkward. Maybe we should just
Yeah.
back off a little. Yeah. But Amartya, just in case, like, if something is going on, you can tell us, right?
What's going on? I mean, I just feel fine. I have all that I need right here.
Wait, did you
Did you
get it
just-
on yesterday? Did somebody? Maybe Elliot?
What? What do you mean?
Did you just
What?
say everything you need?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm just saying you're kind of in the mood that I usually am afterwards.
Wait, after what? After what exactly?
She wiggles her eyebrows.
I don't think Amartya has a concept of that, is he?
Amartya doesn't have a concept of that.
What? Darius at this point grows a little bit awkward, kind of scratches the back of his head, like listening in on this conversation, hearing his brother might have had getting it on with Amartya. But Essie like scoots further close to Amartya. Oh my god, wait, how old are you?
No, it's going to be 18 winters.
What?
No, it was 18 winters.
Who
2
has
months.
failed you so?
May I
My
remind you her
mother,
mother is
probably.
a hat?
Oh right, okay. But don't you worry. And she kind of pats your hand. Auntie Essie is here for all of your needs. I can be your guide.
Illyria just kind of stares at Essie.
Amartya has no idea what's going on.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just curious. I want to know. What do you think happens when somebody has a child?
Well, I know that two people get together and they get in bed and they
Well,
have
other
it.
places also works.
Really? I thought it was bed.
It's more the action than the place. But if you feel the most happy in the bedroom, then you do you.
I still don't understand what you mean.
It's not about the place, it's about the actions that take place in said place.
And for
You-
some people, it's a person too. I mean, I don't judge.
I feel like you're all avoiding the matter of fact of the business that you're talking about, which I don't understand why. I mean, it's not that it's a big secret, isn't it? We kiss and then 9 months later there's a baby.
Okay, so you do know about sex.
No, what's a sex?
Illyria just kind of looks at Amartya like a sweet innocent child.
Well, you see.
Oh, no.
I think Illyria is trying to keep sex as like, like informational as possible.
Are we doing the birds and the bees right now?
I think we're doing the birds and the bees.
Yeah. Essie is going to do a rundown. And she is not going to beat it around the bush. She's not going to be in the birds and the bees. She's going to be very literal about what she's describing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
And she will like talk about different, ways to experience pleasure and stuff like that. Unless somebody stops her, that is.
Essie, you really don't have to go that in depth.
I mean, the deeper, the better.
Look, I don't really care what one can do with a tail.
Avistana needs to use all of her advantages. I mean, anything can be used, really, if you're just creative enough.
Oh, wait, so the thing that Nyx has between his pants.
Yes, that goes there.
Yeah, but I don't like to talk about it because we're related, and that's
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, it's weird when you're related. That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Oh well, it's not like my sisters have any, or my mother, so...
No, because the
I don't
other...
think it's possible.
Okay, you got to... Pay attention! And she continues.
Oh, I see, okay. Oh. Wait, that feels... Huh. How much time is it?
I mean, she spends like a good half an hour talking about it.
Jeez.
And Darius just continues to turn into shades of red.
Darius is just like, I want to jump out of this wagon right now!
Does Nyx hear this too?
Yeah, I mean, Essie is not speaking low. She is loud. Loud and proud.
Nyx has heard her descriptions many times before. And Nyx is like facing forward, like making sure to keep the horses on the road.
Yeah.
And just like silently chuckling to himself about, well, just like listening to this. It's a change of pace for sure. But he doesn't really add to the conversation. It's not really his place. It's kind of girl talk.
And she ends it all with... Yeah, so that's what you can do with that. But, I mean, in the end of all of it, Marty, I mean, it's all up to you. Like, every butt comes in all shapes and sizes. And that's also, like, your general desire, right? So, you may not be interested at all. I know some Vistana, they act that way, and oh my god, they're pariahs. But you don't have to be that. I mean, there's girls, there's boys, there is in between. There's all different kinds and shapes, and it's all up to how much. I mean, you should at least try. But with somebody that you can trust.
Yeah. That's important.
I see.
I mean, I guess you will have to do it if you want to have that family you talked about, so... Yeah. Not really anything you can do there. Just get it on.
Give me a moment to...
I mean, adopting is an option.
True.
Can we switch the subject, please? Thank you.
Alright.
Oh no. Wait, so... My mother,
Yes.
she made me...
Oh, she totally...
That is a thought that
Totally.
No!
That is a thought that everybody in their life struggles with at least once, Marty, and that's
Oh no! No!
Yeah.
I lost my composure there.
Somebody who's definitely into gilfs.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Like a composure saving throw not to take psychic damage.
Deep breaths, Sam. Deep breaths.
Okay, let's regain control of the vocal cords. Yes, there we go. You almost had me there going hag. That's impressive, I have to say. Haven't lost my composure in a while.
Well, I know. I am impressive.
Wow. Okay, hey, Nix, how longer is it until we get to anywhere else?
Soon.
How soon?
At least a few more minutes, that's for sure.
Can you make it less, please?
No. Sorry.
Essie just laughs and then, like, easily, not disturbed at all, just picks up another topic of small talk, like nothing ever happened.
Hamadia will pull her long coat under her so she will hide beneath it and pretend she didn't hear anything.
The path becomes very bumpy. The road is clearly seldomly traveled through with wagon and wheel. Your surroundings for the first leg of the journey remain the same, however. Here in the lowest part of the Valley of Barrow, where the landscape is dominated by wild fields that once upon a time sustained life in this region. Well, that doesn't seem to be completely true. One of the forgotten hamlets that suddenly appears within the obscuring fog hosts an surprising amount of Barovians. But as soon as you appear, as suddenly for them as for you, they run away and hide in fear. The little you were able to see painted a picture of isolation and poverty. Though as time floats by, the sagging echoes of Barovian settlements become less frequent as elevation increases for you. Trees, stone, and wood become more and more apparent as morning turns into early afternoon. Anything else you wish to discuss during this part of the journey?
Illyria. Illyria? Cool. Illyria.
Illyria just returned to roll 20. Mic not working? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She has the.
Oh,
Oh.
you're back.
Yeah. Yeah?
I'm mindful of what's coming. Do you mind just sidling up really quick next to me? I have maybe a possible strategy to go over, and just to understand your motivations.
Alright.
It's a little bit awkward, but you manage to kind of like crawl through that hole.
Yeah. Illyria is very flexible, it's fine.
Okay. That's true. That's true.
Jesus.
But eventually you do manage to sit down beside Nyx there in the front.
Well, that was athletic of you.
You know I'm flexible.
This is true. Although, you're very quick too, as was indicated from yesterday's display of talents. I'm mindful that we're going into another area where hostility is likely to be the word of the day, and that we are not misaligned with our objective here. The vineyard is not safe until we resolve whatever is happening here at Yester Hill, and it's likely to involve violence.
Yes.
You seemed hesitant back at the vineyard to dispatch any creature that showed some sort of, well, weakness or innocence. I don't know if the people here at whatever's going on around Yester Hill will have the same, well, kindness. I don't know what to expect, but I don't think we can hesitate. Are you okay with this?
I think we're past that point.
I'm also mindful of that. The fact that you're the one that can command the fire. From what I saw once when we were fighting those things, fire seems to do something like they are vulnerable. I mean, they're made of wood. What do you want? It's pretty obvious that they're going to burn should there be fire. But you are also, I mean, you're wielding this blade of light, and that is super awesome, by the way. Looks really cool, but just saying. There's also talents that you grew up with that are you, that are Illyria, and not Tatiana. Don't forget about Illyria, is what I'm trying to say.
Why would I forget about me?
These abilities that seem to be manifesting in you, they are clearly very strong. Maybe I'm saying it for me too. And I don't want you to forget who you are. You're the one I like, not Tatiana.
Don't worry about it. I'll stay Illyria.
Glad to hear it.
It has been a bit difficult to separate those visions from myself, but I am my own person, you know?
No, that I am 100% mindful of. I mean, you have never been anything less than that, except for the time when you were possessed, or the time that you were charmed, or the time that...
When was I charmed?
Just be mindful.
When was I charmed?
Strahd eyebrow wiggle.
I think Strahd never has done it to Illyria.
No, Strahd never charmed Illyria.
You were never charmed by Strahd, you just went with him.
I mean, I tried to keep up appearances.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're,
Look, the longer
independent.
he thought I was interested, the longer he would leave us alone.
Are you intending to keep up those appearances still?
I think we're past that point after what happened at the ball.
We never really spoke about what you did when you went alone with him to his room.
Well, he played some music.
Mm-hmm.
He acknowledged that I was not Tatiana. And that I was my own person, and I thought, in hopes of trying to keep him as friendly towards us as possible, I would tell him about those visions, since he had told me that it was supposed to be our wedding that that day. And that upset him, and he sent me away and told me to make him my villain. And that's when we went back up. He did give me this whole spiel about his honor didn't allow him to make me his then and there.
And when you say, quote unquote, to make you his, we're not talking about the casual make you his?
Oh, I think he's definitely not above just killing me and making me one of his vampire spawn, if he has
Alright.
to.
Right. The more murderous make you his. Good.
The other one is probably implied.
Right. Well. Good to know. Hopefully things don't turn south. I don't know exactly what to expect there, but anyway, I wanted to clarify one thing because my mind is a little bit hazy and it's to do with these stones.
Yes.
We heard from Meulen that there is growth in crops in Barovia, and you remembered that, was it Casimir?
Cantemir had one.
Cantemir had one. And then they said one was taken by Baba, right? And then one recently?
Yes. Yeah.
So is the possibility here that we are going to a location of which one of those forest folk have or has this gem of which commands some sort of natural power, if we are to correlate the fact that Cantemir has one and therefore now there are crops, could this also be some sort of, well, we know it's some magical power from like this ancient land, right? I'm curious, should we, if we get into this whole situation of creatures running amok, that we try and focus to try and find this gem?
I guess, but I thought the staff controlled those things.
The creatures, yes, but what if there are no creatures there and just those forest folk?
Then we should probably focus on, if they have the gem, get that, but mostly stop whatever their plan is.
Fair enough. I will ensure that I do my little tricks to find out who's got what. I will call out to you to hopefully pin down with your incredible speed whoever has this gem. Good chat. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't mind me staying? I really don't want to crawl through that hole again.
No, of course not. It's just chilly up here. You might have to get a little bit closer just so you don't catch cold.
Oh, is that so? I'm glad you're so concerned for my health.
Of course. And he kind of like pats Illyria's thigh and cast guidance.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
When did this happen?
Don't look at me. All right. You snuggle up. Cookie, anything for you?
Think about perhaps some creepy staring into certain wooden objects.
Yes, being hypnotized by how it just impossibly like continues to twist into itself.
Yeah. Like one of these, like these DNA things that just go on and on forever.
Yeah.
Illyria
Basically.
is gonna bring up that she's slightly worried about Hermardia.
Tunics?
Yeah,
Okay, carry on.
sorry. Have you overheard the thing about Hermardia? Not like the birds and bees before that?
Of course, I mean, when we were at the castle, we're having baths. It came up, and this was very apparent that
No,
Hermatia...
I mean the talk we had before we talked about the birds and the bees.
Oh, right, the thing before. With the stick and her incessant need to lick things.
I mean, yeah, but don't you think she's acting a bit strange?
I mean, it's Hermatia. When is she not?
I mean, yeah, but she's still acting different from the Hermardia that I'm used to.
Perhaps I haven't paid as much attention to her as you have.
She seems very obsessed with this stick.
I mean, when I touched it, it certainly felt powerful. I had a rush of voices in my head, and this feeling I could just control things. I mean, maybe she is getting a little bit power drunk. Maybe she's hearing some voices in her head. Maybe, I don't know. If I start asking her questions, it might be accusatory. After all, still has that, concept in her mind with this contract that we have that I'm basically going to end her life. So,
But she won't do that, right?
I'm not going to end her life. I've learned enough. And Nix will soften his voice so Hamachi doesn't hear this. There was a time when we had other dark moments. What is revealed to me is that she is a victim of circumstance. Just like many in Barovia. There is a possibility that she could have somehow interrupted Kelvin's murder. And that plays in the back of my mind from time to time. But after seeing what Amatia can do over these past few days, she's not exactly the strength of what from what Kelvin was saying about hags. She's just a child. What can a child do against a hag? I get the feeling that she truly doesn't know how to be around people. And blurting out that she knew who killed Kelvin, and then throwing herself right into the guillotine. Purely an act of social ineptitude as opposed to complicity.
The only people she could have learned from were her mother and her sisters. You know?
I get the feeling from Hamatia that she is trying to do the best by her and not knowing what those standards are. She is sorry. And should she be there again with any additional power, she would have done her best to try and stop the murder, but we are going to enact Kelvin's vengeance on the people responsible.
Yes, we are.
Don't let my focus here on the hill detract away from the fire of anger that burns within me. I am itching, almost shaking to my very soul for the chance to enact that vengeance that is so desperately required.
I have a feeling you might get that soon, but we have to focus on the things ahead of us first. But I'm very glad you feel that way about Hamartia now.
What can I say? I hit rock bottom, and I didn't like what I found there. So where else is there to go but change? But with regards to the stick, I don't know. Maybe she just likes playing with sticks.
She just learned about it.
I mean, she did that before we gave her a.
Well, if look, I never really identified it, if I'm honest. I don't know what does Nix to the DM. Does Nix know the distance, the journey, how much time?
To
The Yesterhill.
Davian said it's a day away.
Well, if you mind taking the reins for a time, Illyria. I mean, I couldn't properly identify the stick if.
I mean, if Hamartia gives you her stick.
Amatia!
Yes.
I need to touch your leaking stick.
I hate you all.
Listen, Nix, I was informed by a very reliable source that I do not possess such a stick. we had a very long conversation.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Maybe if I transform. Never mind. No.
Not what? No, not that one. The oozing, firm, hard rod in your hands. Now.
Oh, you. Sticky. Yes. Ah.
Yeah.
Yes. Why do you need it? What do you need it for exactly?
I need to take a good, hard, long look at it and really get to grips with it.
Okay, look at it as much as you want.
I'm not adverse to looking at your stick. I just need to hold it. You can hold it too. You don't have to let go.
Alright, so I hold it and you hold it.
It's your
So
stick.
you're holding your stick.
Wait, why do you need to hold my stick? Are you? Nix, that's funny. You're a funny person, Nix.
Look. You can hold your stick. I will just touch the tip, okay?
No, only I get to hold my stick. No tips allowed, Nix. That's not how sticks work.
I need to identify your stick, Amatir. I need to understand.
Why? I already know what it does. It's not like
He starts sounding
can-
suspicious. He wants it.
Tell me anything wrong. Why do you want it? Do you want it? But you gave it to me. Now you want it back? No, it's mine.
What the hell are you talking about? You've seen me
It's
identify
mine.
things.
Tick.
Ezzy? Hamatia's being a little bit weird.
I mean, I'm being weird. I just what if I took your stick, if I just went, grabbed it, and take it away? How would you feel, Nix?
Probably in pain.
Nick shoots a look to Illyria. You're not helping.
Essie actually like takes her head in her hands and she says, for once in her life, what have I done?
Mardia, he just wants to identify it like
I don't care what he wants. Nobody touches Sticky. It's my stick. It's mine stick and my stick alone, and nobody else. Not even you, so get away.
Martia,
It's my stick.
but it's my bloodbath.
But it's here. I'll help you. And she takes a big, like she scoops blood into her hand, and it's like, yeah, there's another blood bath over here. Come on,
Oh.
come on. Get to the.
Like Nix is gonna like wriggle through the hole.
It's
I'd
not
be
as
like that.
majestic, but it works.
I wriggle like it's like anti-giving birth.
Oh God! I don't want that image in my mind.
Please, God, guys, I can't take this anymore. Can we stop with the innuendos?
That's not me.
Oh!
Let me touch your stick.
No,
Shout
and
in the back.
she scuttles to the very edge of the cart.
Try and trap her like a cat in the corner of her room.
Well, she is at the edge, so depends on what happens. If you push her further, she's on the edge.
Well, isn't it the Vistani wagon that has a back to it?
Oh. Oh yeah. Well, this one is kind of like open. It has this Western style.
Oh, with the
door.
covering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
goes up to kind of your hip, and then it's open.
Okay. I would look at Hamatia, and I'm going to do a sus check, as she seems to be way too possessive.
All right, make me an empathy composure, Amartya. Make me deception with presence.
Oh man, she's
Okay.
gonna be way better than this.
Actually, her presence is shit, so.
I think you have ranks in deception, so.
Deception.
Oh no!
Wow.
She's just being obstinate.
Is I get it. It's a cool looking stick.
Yes.
I get it. Look,
Yes.
I'm not going to take away from you.
Thank you.
You can hold on to your stick. I just needed to take a look at it.
Okay, take a look at it, but do not touch it. That's what I'm asking.
Can I identify without touching it?
Well. Let me double check the wording. Make sure everything is kosher.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will tell you though that if the blood is a pig's blood or a human blood, it's not kosher.
Oh, it says you must touch throughout the casting of the spell.
Then we have the answer for us.
Can I just hold your stick for?
Like Nix gets closer to it, and he will try and hide his intentions to try and snatch it out of her hand.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So this would be a subterfuge dexterity versus Hamartia's athletics, either dexterity or brawn.
Alright.
Up to
PvP!
it's, yeah, right, the snatching.
Ooh.
Are you ready? Let's do 1, 2, 3 and roll.
Okay, ready? Go. One, two, 3, go.
Go! Oh shit, you got it!
Oh!
Oh yeah, touch your stick.
He was right.
And there
He
is-
wanted it all along.
What's going on back there? Do we need to stop?
How, Bexxy, how badly do I want this stick?
Badly.
Violently badly?
Let's do a resolve saving throw.
Oh jeez. Yes, I love Coaster. That's so much fun. Okay, resolve. Where was my resolve? Oh wait, that's just saving throw. Right, shit. On the macro. 20 plus. Let's see. How resolveful am I? That's cute. Ooh, that's a 21.
Ooh, that is heckin' resolve. Uh-oh, Bexy's fixing your mic. Wait,
Bexxy, we can't hear you. I can't read your lips, Bexxy.
I think Bexy's trying to sort out the mic. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
gesture in Italian.
Sir Nixie, why would you do such a thing? No, I'm going to
He's
kill you.
actually
Bah.
doing it.
Okay, no, okay.
You did it.
I did it. The Italian worked. Mamma mia!
I have to admit, most of the time when we are just like role playing, I am watching the stream just for Bexy's like.
Yeah, I hope you do. I hope and provide some guidance and some happiness. 21. Okay, so you're not straight out attacking.
That's a start.
It's a start. You do not turn violent, but you really want your stick back.
Nix? You see Hamatia's eyebrows twitching, and you see her skin going, being really sweaty, and the hue on her skin changes from the usual pale to Caucasian to black to like purple back, and it's all like figments. Like she is really struggling. Give me back my stick right now, or I want to struggle to hold myself.
Listen, Mater, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying
Yes,
right here.
Give me my stick.
Mater.
Give it now. Yeah.
I think it's safe to stay here with this. Like, Nyx will be already beyond his original sus. And Nyx lowers his voice and says, "Not forget who you're talking to, Mater."
I know exactly who I'm talking to. You did this, you gave it to me, and now you're jealous. You're jealous because you gave it to me. It all makes perfect sense, see? Give me my stick, give me my stick. And she is going to basically crawl on all four towards you.
Fuck yeah.
I like take a step back and like
What
alarm
is
and
going on back there?
This is not normal, right? This is what's happening, says Darius.
no. This is not normal, at least from what I've seen before. Something is eating at her. I need to identify this. You both, looking at Darius and Illyria, not Illyria, Ezzy, hold her back. Hold her back for at least 10 minutes.
And she jumps on me.
Okay. Oh my god. Let's roll initiative between you, Darius, and Essie.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, technically, if this is like an urgent thing, he can do it in 1 minute. But yeah, screw it. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll do it without the ritual. I'll cast it with the regular casting time of 1 minute.
Okay.
So
But-
I will soul check that.
But this is her basically jumping at you and trying to pry it from your hands, and you telling Essie and Darius to stop her. So this depends upon if she makes it to you.
Okay. Beating Ezzy in initiative? Oh, we'll see about that.
Both of them have Natural Explorer.
Hmm.
Okay, Cookie.
Okay.
Initiative.
So you need to roll it. Oh, yeah, initiative.
Make me initiative.
Wait, I need a token.
Do it.
Oh, just
Do you need one for your
otherwise
ranker?
slash
Yeah, for
R
the
space Monday 20 plus your modifier, but I could also put that your.
Fuck.
Okay.
There we go. What's a 7?
Okay. They do grapple you. Make me a athletics, either dexterity or brawn with disadvantage,
Oh, jeez. Okay.
as they both grapple you.
A disadvantage. That's a 10. That's not a good start. And that's a 20. That's a 10. That's not a good start.
Okay, so I just need to roll twice, and if I get over 10, you are stuck.
You get to watch Nyx play with your stick.
Yeah. Oh my god, please stop. Alright, Essie got a 20. Yeah. They're holding you firm. Kind of helping. It's pretty sweaty. Actually, because I think you are struggling a lot.
Yeah. Amatia at one point will transform into Strad and be like, "Hey, Nyx, you want to give me the stuff?"
Darius curses and kind of relents for a second. Let's roll again.
Yeah.
I'll do a soul check for as I start casting.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, I kept my soul.
And then we have.
Oh, but that's 7. Never mind. Okay.
Alright, well, as you rolled a 7 as well. But we might have Darius can't come back for the save here. Yes. Yeah, and like they almost let go of you in just sheer shock, but they kind of like grab onto you and kind of drag you further back into the wagon again.
Hey, listen, you don't know what you're doing. The stuff is cursed. Look at me. Ezzy, look at me. You know what happens if you touch my stuff? This will.
And she will transform into Esmeralda. And slowly but surely, as Amartya's Esmeralda's face will lose its grace and age will come upon it until she becomes...
Oh no, you're playing dirty! Marta, this is straight up mean.
Look!
Oh, look at myself. Oh no!
It's me! It's Ezzy from the future!
You have such a
You
mean
need-
streak!
You need to give me my stuff! I mean,
I think-
Amartya's stuff! Come on, give it to me!
I
Give it
think
to
this
me.
is very important for now, Marta. We're trying to help you.
That's not helping. She will transform back into Amartya and try to make her teeth as sharp as possible, which is not really a lot, and she will try to chomp.
Okay, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Attack with strength?
Yes,
Oh, this is going to be funny.
this is a natural weapon attack. A natural melee attack, I mean. With
Okay,
natural
ready?
weapon.
First roll, it's a 9. Second roll, it's a 7.
The softest of bites with the puppy.
No, it's more like Essie like dances her hand out of the way. She's way too slick for you. And like, oh my god, that's Steve. All right. Oh no. Marta, please stop. It's
Do you
like,
guys need help?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm very concerned. Like this. Does this happen? Are we okay? Is this okay? Yeah, don't worry about it, Darius. Stop being such a wuss. Just do it. Okay. I'm sorry.
This is normal, I promise.
All right, and then eventually, after a long, sweaty minute, you cast a spell.
And I learn everything about the sticky stick.
Yes, you do.
But an identify spell does not reveal a curse if there is a curse. If it's a cursed item.
Exactly. But you learn what to do.
And I have held it before.
You have held it before. And as part of the text, you can read. You understand that you can control blights that have been created with the staff. So they are connected with each other. Maybe it created or was a part of the creation of some of these walking creatures. The name, you do learn that the name is of Gulthias, is some kind of title.
Would I know the name, Gulthias?
Yes, it is. It's revealed to you as part of the casting of the spell.
No, as in, do I have a knowing of the name from a lore or history perspective?
Ooh, make me an intelligence check.
Okay. Would you allow me to cast guidance on this? As I like
Yeah,
try and
I will
do a
allow that.
hacking thing?
I will allow
Just because
that.
it's like more like it's an active think
It's
as
a
opposed
very
to.
difficult check, and you're active like, oh shit, I need to figure this out. So you.
I do a pause.
Yeah.
Literally
Are
only
you
knows,
okay?
he
Like
only knows
it's-
the history about his own stick.
Whilst he's
I mean, it's
thinking,
probably hard to
Hamatia
keep track of where your stick has been.
will use
It's a
the
wandering
cloak
stick.
of the Count Bank and cast Dimension Door to get to the stick.
Oh, yeah, I
What?
mean, that will work for sure. Okay. Make me a subterfuge dexterity. Nix, you do me an athletics, brawn or dexterity.
Alright. 7. Oof.
No, it's a subterfuge for you to try.
Oh, wait.
yeah.
I see.
The 22.
Ooh,
Okay, subterfuge, deception.
Subterfuge.
I mean, I'm looking directly at her. So
subterfuge
Subterfuge.
dexterity. It's like you're trying to pickpocket something.
11!
Again, it's out of your grip.
Yeah, give it here, Nix. What are you
and I do
doing?
the whole thing where like I see her coming, I see her poof. Or like come through a door and I like hold her forehead as I hold her chest in another hand.
Sure. And then kind of Essie and Darius comes back again and like, oh no, you don't. And then kind of snatch you up again.
Oh, let me go. Let me go right
Guys, the wagon's shaking a little. Do we need to stop?
now.
Everything is well. I mean, maybe it's a little at a time.
I will
Olivia.
make your lives miserable if you don't let me go. I've been nice.
This and I was like,
The last
I
thing
will-
you do learn, like once you hold it again, is that I mean the way that it twists in on itself, this weird illusion, the pouring of blood, it makes you uncomfortable. It's not from a vibe kind of standpoint, it doesn't pass.
I mean, but I felt that before, but maybe in the heat
Yeah.
of the moment, I wasn't thinking about it. I looked to, like, basically everyone included, and then finally Hamatia, and say, like, this is a Gulthias stuff.
Well, listen, I'm going to count to 10. I've been very nice, very preserved until now, but you're waggling my stick like it's yours, but it's mine. It's mine. I'm going to count to 10, and if you don't give me back my stick by 10, I will make your life miserable. I will lay down the gloves, and I will avenge my stick. 1,
I don't think this stuff is what you truly, really want.
2,
I look at the staff and I like feeling the vibe. I'm like,
3.
this thing is not what you really need, Hamatir.
Does that help, Bexxy?
Do you want to do another resolve saving throw?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's do it.
I think that like Ham will somewhat deep down try to fight it, but
She doesn't want to be mean to her friends.
yeah, especially after all the time.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yes. 5.
You got that fair and square. He gave it to you. And you belong with it. It's yours. Especially now when you're on your way in the right direction.
Look, Nix, look. It's guiding me towards Yester Hill. We can use it. You're good, Nix. Just give it to me.
What do you mean
Right?
it's guiding you? Is something talking to you through it?
It's not really talking. I need to hear it, Nix. Give it over here. Come on, Nix.
Okay,
Come on,
that's
please.
very concerning.
Do it, Nix.
What?
5.
Okay. We will give it back to you, Amartya. If you tell us what it tells you. What does it say?
She's going to struggle a little bit.
Okay, let's do another check. Athletics.
No.
No. You're
Small girl.
stuck. You're stuck.
Mardia is like a child desperately trying to.
Get to the cookie jar.
Okay, I'll tell you, but give me my stick first, and then I'll tell you.
Let's first.
No, but you want to hear first. What does it tell you? Like, why?
It just gives me this good vibe, you know. But it's like my life was a puzzle, and this completes it. Yes.
Nix puts the branch down, the staff down on like a 45-degree angle against the a wall opposite Hamatia, and raises his leg over it.
No, Nix, no, don't, please.
One
Please,
find
Nix.
another resolve check, Amarnia.
Oh jeez. Please. 14.
Make me a wind blast attack with disadvantage.
25.
Some way, Marta kind of struggles one of her hands through, and with a vicious recital of Coptic words, Nix, something impacts you hard in the back.
Oh my god. For 5 damage. 5 damage.
I think she will aim for the leg.
Oh, you stumble, you lose your balance for a second and like have to like catch yourself against a wagon wall.
You see, that's just one blast. I can do two. If you don't give me the stick, I will blast your ass off. Come on.
I like wheel around as like Hamachi attacks Nix. Like he like drops down on one knee and then looks back at her, and his eyes flare red, and then in the middle of his forehead the eye opens up.
Yes.
Whoa. Nix, calm down. Just destroy the staff.
Come on, show us what you really are.
Nix,
Come on. I knew it.
Nix,
You
don't
did
listen
it
to her.
just to make me miserable.
cousin, destroy the staff now.
I throw another wind blast.
Oh!
And then I try and go down at the same time.
Yeah, you can roll initiative against each other.
Guys, I'm turning this wagon around.
Nix reacts to the situation. for a 7.
Amadia reacts to the situation. For 12.
Okay! Marty, what do you want to do?
Hamadia will use her action to wind blast the fuck out of Nix.
Alright, then roll attack again. Disadvantage, you're still grappled.
I have to blast. So that's a 15 and a 20.
And a 20. I will react and cast shield to blast it away.
That's unfair.
The wagon rocks! And make a soul check.
Phoenix, fight me like a man.
For 12.
What your stupid fucking magic?
Do a soul check? A vibe check?
Vibe check, why? It's a contest.
Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do a soul check, yes.
Yes.
12.
Ooh, one too little.
Oh my god.
It's a first level spell.
It's 12 plus the level of the spell.
12.
13
That's cool.
is the
Luck.
lowest.
It's worth it. I have extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have a lot.
We just had a soul. Yeah.
Alright,
so,
okay.
He reactively, yeah, it makes sense. Like the soul just like scatters.
Yeah. You're so stressed and angry. So, Esmeralda shouts Nyx again. What do you want to do?
I will drive my knee into the middle of the staff.
Ooh. Make me an attack with advantage.
Oh jeez.
What? With which modifier?
Well, yeah, this would be a melee attack.
This is so depressing.
Exactly.
my-
That's why I want to have your roll.
I mean, you don't.
Not 20!
Yeah, let's go.
You circle around, knee into the center of it, immediately cracks into two. There is a microsecond of a pause before it breaks apart. It does so with like a cloud of blood that splatters every exposed surface inside of the wagon. And at the same time is an ear-shattering, high-pitched scream that makes all of your ears kind of ring after it happens. The staff lies dormant on the ground, kind of smoking a little bit before it just cracks like dead wood and kind of dissolves a little bit into this ash. Hamardia, it was extremely painful there for a second. For a moment, you thought that scream was yours. And it was your pain. But as it abates, clarity.
How much do I remember?
You kind of realized what just have happened to you. Kind of clearly. There was something there that possessed, manipulated, charmed you. That was not you.
Oh dear. She dissolves the wings from her hand and raises them up a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, mother, sorry then. Oh no, Nix, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Actually, Illyria, make me an animal handling check.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
With presence to command the horses to be calm.
Alrighty.
Like, they also, I gotta remind you, there was an explosion of blood back there.
I know,
There's
I'm
blood
gonna
on
come-
everything.
I'm gonna come to that because like Nyx is gonna be like
19.
Ooh,
nice.
ooh, the wagon rocked a little bit. The horses, like, squealed a bit, but you kind of, your firm presence, talking to them, you managed to calm it down.
Calm. This is fine.
It's okay.
Things are
They're not
good
running
now.
away or like forcing the wagon to like flip or something like that. You're fine. Okay. Dix.
Nix is like closed his eyes for a brief second to like when the blood sort of like erupted from the staff. And the scream as well, sort of like piercing through him. And as he's looking down, as he opens his eyes from like a, instinctively closing them, and he sees himself covered in blood, he instinctively whispers, "Eva."
Oh no!
Ew!
Oh no. Essie and Darius kind of let go and immediately starts to like wipe blood from their faces as he goes, "What the actual fuck?" Oh god. Never again, Hamartia. When you find magical items just oozing blood or creepy as fuck, you don't take them, okay? Can you promise me that? Oh my god.
Hamatia just dropped to the ground. She doesn't really give. She is completely limp, like almost unconscious. She
Guys,
weakly
do we
Raises a thumbs up.
do we need to stop?
Ezzy.
I imagine you would assume that we should stop.
Yeah. I'm kind of stopped by now.
Yeah.
Nix is somewhat in a daze, in a catatonic daze, just for a pause longer than a heartbeat. His breath shallow and erratic as his hands sort of tremble slightly, covered in the blood of the staff.
Nix, are you... Oh. As he kind of awkwardly maneuvers past Hamartia and not caring like how slick you are with blood or she is with blood, she kind of immediately pulls you into a hug.
Illyria is gonna like, kind of like go around the back like a normal person instead of crawling through the window.
You wonder what kind of hit the back of your head there, Illyria. But now you understand. Yeah, that what's in the back of my hair and the upper part of my shoulders is probably blood.
God. Are you guys...
Yeah, no. Fine, it's, it's something that I thought was good turned out to be horrible. That's just part of the daily routine for me. No need to worry about it. But I think Nix is taking it a bit harder. No, I'm going to take a walk, and
We're in the middle of nowhere.
I'm going to take a walk.
I will look after her. I feel like I'm intruding anyway. I will keep her safe. Darius jumps down from the wagon after Hamartia.
Then Hamartia will find a nice corner in the 300 radius of where they are to cry her eyes out.
Darius stops at a respectful kind of distance and like turns his back to Hamartia and pretends he's not there, was keeping an eye out. Okay, back in the wagon.
Nick's sort of like, it's not unresponsive, just looking exceptionally shocked, covered from head to toe in blood once again. Yeah. Didn't expect that.
Nobody did. Do you need help?
I'm not really injured. Not physically.
No, stupid. Cast some prestidigitation on yourself.
Can't do that.
Oh. Well, okay, well, I mean, it's very useful for when you need to clean up, with the walk of shame, but I thought you did. Anyway, and as he starts, casting precipitation, slowly in every corner of the bag.
As she starts, she, Nyx will, hold her wrists as she's doing the incantation.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy,
What?
you know this is what happened to Eva, right?
I have been informed. Can I put two and two together?
Why do I always seem to find myself covered in blood?
Because you care. And sometimes caring has violent explosions tied to them. I mean, I've been showered in blood quite a few times on my hunts. It is what it is, but what choice do we have than just to carry on?
You miss her?
I don't think it's fair to me to answer that, Nyx. She was yours, not mine. It doesn't matter. What matters is what she meant to you. I know how that feels now. It's like an abyss, is it not? Slowly sucking you in.
A void.
Constant reminder. Yeah, I know.
I was so ready to... I just had the conversation saying I was over it, but there, in the moment, she hit me. And I was so ready to just... I thought I was over it. I thought that I had let go. But something deep inside me still burns with such an anger I fear I can't control. It was just a moment, a fracture in time. I thought I was doing better.
I've been thinking about it a lot. I can't imagine a moment where I will not be affected. I don't think we ever will be normal ourselves back then again. It feels wrong. Like, if I forget about him for a second, then it feels like I am spitting on his memory. I don't know the answer. I don't know what to do. But this sorrow.
It'd be so much easier if things went back to the way they were. But
That's impossible without them. Is it not so?
in me up, I'm done feeling like a vulnerable, incompetent person like I was back then.
Yeah, I'm imagining how much he would scold me if he saw me acting like this. We're not doing anybody a favor. So, forward. No?
No looking back.
Yes. Which
If
includes...
you would want it.
Yes. Which includes cleaning this up, so please, it's smelling. I'm smelling.
Nix nods. Defeatedly.
No. Okay. Time passes. Eventually the wagon is cleaned. I think you kind of take the moment back at the wagon to have some lunch, even though maybe not everybody has the biggest appetite. Amaria, eventually the tear starts drying up. Do you move?
Yeah, she does. She will go to Darius and say, "Thank you for keeping an eye out. It's more than noble of you, especially considering what I'd done, which I apologize for."
Of course, it's the least I could do. I don't know what kind of history is behind all of this, but I mean, none of us knew what that thing was.
You know, happy things don't really tend to last around me. I think that's the gist of it, to be honest. And I think I understand now something. I've been believing that I can somehow find some sort of greater purpose here, or at least do something. And my mother, she's a bitch, but I've done some bad things, and I, I thought maybe I can at least do some good, but I see it's just not meant to be, and it's fine. Oh, I'm loading a lot of information. You don't have any part of it. you, you're good. You're a good person, Darius. Even if you need to answer the phone right now.
Sorry. That's fine. Okay, I need to answer this phone. Let's go for a break, shall we?
Yeah,
Whoa!
break! I actually have chocolate milk this time. So I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
אז אמרתי, היה מקל קסם מקודם, שגרם לה מאוד מאוד לאהוב אותו, ולקח את זה ממנה, אז היא התעצבנה, והם כמעט הלכו מכות, ואז עשו את הדבר הזה, והתפרץ דם, וזה עשה לי מיקס פוסט-טראומה. עכשיו אמרתי למפקד, כי הוא חושבת ששום דבר טוב לא יכול לשרוד לאדם.
I think that for your safety would be finish a deal of our contract.
Alrighty, I'm back.
You're finished. I know you want to go. I've seen it. No matter. Still, that is unspeakable. I'm not. Any of you would have to. Nom.
Okay, I'm back. Oh,
Oh, welcome back. What the thing?
sorry.
What the thing?
Yeah, we had a
What
massive nosebleed on his way
Oh
home.
no!
So
How do you
he's-
have nosebleeds? Isn't it like too cold for a nosebleed?
No, it's the other way around. The colder it is, the easier it is to get a cold.
Yeah, but then like the blood solidifies, so it doesn't bleed.
Not that.
It still
Temperature
bleeds
has
through
an
your nose.
impact on nosebleeds.
Yeah,
It's not like you're cold on the inside.
no.
Wait, aren't Swedish people cold on the inside? What the fuck?
Well, you know.
Aren't you Iceman?
I just get nosebleeds anytime something slightly bumps into my nose, no matter the temperature.
Well, it's really hot and dry here, so it's like the perfect fucking formula for nosebleeds.
Now it's common for him to get nosebleeds.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got
Oh, shit.
shallow vessels in his nose. But it's okay. I just needed to make sure to meet him downstairs with like a towel, so he wouldn't bleed all over the communal stairwell.
That's
Oh,
fair.
man.
Yeah, like it's like a flood. It's like it's a wound. And he has to like take a cold shower and like press like a frozen cold press over his nose to make it stop. And yeah, it's pretty severe. Like he can get anemic from it.
Oh no.
Yes, but it's okay. It's okay. He knows what to do. I gave him all the things he needed. Yes, so that's why Bowie said hello, goodbye, good night. Thank you so much for being here, Bowie. Okay. Are we ready?
I think
Yes.
we're ready.
Alrighto. Can you remind me what Darius and Marty I was talking about? I was a little bit
I'm trying to remember,
distracted.
but I can't. I'm sorry, I'm a failure.
They're talking about oh my god.
Indeed. I think the last thing I said with Darius is it's quite alright. I think I've heard it's easier to talk to strangers sometimes. So
Oh, yeah, right, they were talking.
Cookie, have you muted yourself?
Ah, shit, what?
You were talking with Darius.
Yes, no, she just told him. Nice.
Our time here may be short. I mean, my time here may be short. It was kind of nice knowing you.
Well, I
What?
hope we meet again before the big confrontation.
No, we'll see.
And she walks towards the camp.
Cart.
Cart. Camp cart.
Wagon.
Cart camp?
Tempo.
Temp camp. Darius pauses for a second and like looks to you. Looks around himself, very confused of like he's hinting that there's something more going on here, but he doesn't understand it, and eventually he's like makes this deep sigh and then follows. Now Marty, the scene that you kind of come back to is everybody's out of the cart, the wagon kind of standing with the horses, making sure that they are right, giving them some feed, some water, whilst having a snack themselves.
Leonix, I need to speak with you.
Alright, so you're feeling better?
No, I mean, I think it's an improvement considering I'm not chucking wind blasts at you right now, but this is...
You weren't yourself.
What exactly was happening with you?
Listen. Well, the staff was very appealing to me, and when I tuned to it, it might or might not made me a smidge possessive of it.
A smidge. I'm not sure you know the true meaning of that word.
I'm not being literal right now, Nix, but I am going to be literal about the next thing that I'm going to say. So, listen, I appreciate the fact that you, you give me this place, but the fact of the matter is that good things don't last around me, and you are not a bad thing, and you're even a very good thing. And I am very much concerned what my continued presence will bring upon you.
You're not thinking of leaving, are you?
No, because someone has to kill me first.
That was not the deal, Hamatia.
I know this was not a deal, but I'm doing you a favor right now, Nix. If you keep me, my luck will rub off you, and that's not something you want. That's really not something you want. I don't do this because I don't want to get the things that I want. I just care about you, two of you, and I can't stand to hurt you. And me being here hurts you.
No, it doesn't.
She points to the wagon. I'm pretty sure it does.
Hamardia, I'm pretty sure it would have happened to whoever attuned to that thing.
Not about that, it's about what happens to people around me. Listen, do you know I had a friend before? She was called Anya. Do you know what happened to her?
I think I do, actually.
Yes. We
That's
saw her pyre back at the Vistani camp, which is my point.
that's not your fault. Hamardia. The first person I made friends with here, and the person I wanted to protect, was killed with me right there. That doesn't mean I bring bad luck. I think although associating with me is dangerous. You get my point.
Listen, you have good things. You've done good things. You have so much to give to the world. So much.
So do you.
I don't.
Yes, you do. You want to do better. You want to stop your family.
Want is certainly one of the most traitorous things that were created. A will. Because it doesn't matter what I want. It never did. It's just what I am. And what I am is pain to whoever encounters me, pain to myself. That's just how I was born.
Don't say that.
Look at my mother. What else can I be? Look. We're fooling ourselves here, people. All of this
Oh no, you're not. This is not what you are. This is exactly what I am. This is what I was born to become. This is what I was groomed for, to be a pile of bad luck and pain and sorrow.
Is that what you want?
It doesn't matter what I want, Lyria. It's not what I want. It never was what I wanted. Just the fact of the matter.
Armadia, what you want matters a lot. It matters to me, and it matters to Nyx.
Hamatia gazes at Nyx, evaluating his reaction.
Nyx stands there looking at Hamatia, reciting this desperate plea. He looks stoic and like strong, I suppose. Not physically strong, but in his posture. And he regards Hamatia with a lilting, almost sorrowful look.
Why are you looking sad?
And Nyx walks up to Hamatia. Not fast-paced or like rushing upon you, just very matter-of-factly.
Oh, she prefers for the slap.
Remind me how tall she is?
Like 1 meter 50. Small.
Oh, I love her.
And as Nyx goes up to Hamatia, he kind of bends over at the hips to sort of, it will be a sort of 45-degree angle, I suppose, to reach eye to eye. Gets about, I don't know, 20 centimeters away from your nose. Pauses for a moment, regarding Hamatia with those big purple eyes. And you have 2 different eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the silence in the field, on the road. Nyx kisses Hamatia on the forehead
Oh,
and whispers, "Give you." And stands up. Or bends back up and says, "If you feel you need to go, you can go. Or you can stay with a group of people that want you around. Choice is yours. No longer mine."
Hamatia stares at you with 2 completely wide eyes and a slackened jaw. In shock.
Illyria kind of like has like a hand like in front of her mouth, but she does have this like very slight, soft smile.
Essie comes marching up behind Snakes' back. And she kind of calls out, "At this point, how dare you? I belong in this conversation as well, okay? I think I've earned that. And I gotta tell you, Amartya." And she walks up to you and slaps you.
Get your shit together.
She kind of grabs your shoulders after that and kind of like...
wanders from like covering her mouth to just kind of like her temples, like, oh god.
She grabs onto your shoulders and you kind of violently like pushes you back and forth and says, "How dare you treat me this way? I need you. Darius needs you. You have a fucking gift, Amartya. Like, we need to set things right. Do you think... How dare you do this after what Richt and Joseph sacrificed? What we all sacrificed. You have cards from Madame Eva. Prophesizes some great kind of thing around you. I don't. You do. Are you just gonna throw that away?
Oh, if you put it like that, it's kind of hard to refuse. Offer.
Get back in the car, Amartya.
Yes.
Silly rabbit.
Yeah. Otherwise I will slap you again.
But
How dare you? And kind of like start pushing you from like behind your back.
Amartya is still in complete and utter shock. Almost unresponsive.
Thank you.
Nix gets up front.
Yeah, Lyria's just kind of like towards Nyx, like, you mind driving for a little bit?
Look at this. I don't have any intention of sitting on a soggy pillow. Covered in blood.
I took care of that already. I mean, it's almost like new.
Squelch, squelch.
Okay. Maybe I forgot a few cases. It's okay. It's okay. I can sit back there.
Nix cracks the reins to lurch the cart back on its course.
Okay. And we carrying on, riding south.
Amartya is having such an existential crisis right now.
I mean, Illyria not really having had the time to speak much after Nyx did the thing and Ezzy went for the slap. It's just kind of like gonna like take Hamardia's hands. It's like, you know, after all of this is done with, what you do is entirely up to you.
What I do? Let's get to being done with this and
Then we'll think about the next step.
But I don't mind sticking together for a while.
Amartya will lean her head on your shoulder. If that's fine with you.
Sure.
Have you ever have your whole world view crumble around you, but in a good way?
No, so far only in bad ones. And she kind of like pets your head a little.
Well, I have one over you now. That's funny. It's nice. It's really nice.
Good. You deserve better than this.
Maybe, but probably so. Still have so many things we need to take care of. We have this, yes, the hill, and maybe there would be a spooky tree to you know. We had a spooky stuff that might come from a spooky tree, and then we have a spooky house where we have my spooky mom and some probably spooked children. So that's a lot of spookiness all around.
I'll gladly let you know that trees tend to be very flammable. And we're gonna take this one step at a time. Also, I burnt your mother's house down once already.
Yes, and I am very well. That wasn't really a house, more of an office than anything. But yes, I do understand your point. And I would very much enjoy doing this a second time with perhaps the screaming of my sisters as the soundtrack of it. It would be lovely, I think. Really pastoral.
I'm sure Sol would find it very relaxing.
The best sound there is.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, I will just even process the emotions.
Lyria's
Processing.
just gonna be there for you as long as you want, as long as you need her.
Eventually, the tension kind of breaks as Darius and Essie goes back to their small talk with each other. And eventually, the events fade to just become just another memory. Okay, some time passes. In the height of afternoon, you have climbed out of the lowlands and into the smallish woods proper once again.
Get that map going.
I will. And this part of the Swallowed Wood seems to oscillate in soft hills that become more and more pronounced as the afternoon goes by. Darius starts to build up a tension as he seems to keep a close eye around him and his surroundings, but it all ebbs out of him as you hear the familiar sound of ravens. Darius immediately shouts to Lyria to Nyx to stop the wagon.
I do so, but under my own terms, not his.
You just take a few seconds and then you stop.
Yeah, because I wanted to. I just coincidence.
It's okay. Darius will leave the wagon on his own terms before it has stopped.
What the fuck is going on between you two?
He gracefully jumps out and kind of jogs beside the wagon before Nyx finally comes to that stop, and then the ravens are upon you. There's a small swarm, maybe of like 7, 8, that kind of swarm over your heads for a little bit before they settle down in the branches just beside the road. They start to screech and croak enthusiastically towards Darius, who takes a few steps towards them and becomes absorbed and seem to focus and listen.
Darius, are you talking with him right now?
Hush!
No, shit.
It kind of like waves at you from like behind his back.
Does he have the same look on his face that Kelvin did?
Slightly less tormented. He is listening and focusing in on what the ravens are saying, but he doesn't seem disturbed by it.
I guess we wait until Darius is done being all crowified.
Yes. Like 4 or 5 minutes later, he turns around, scratches his light stubble on his chin as he looks at all of you and the like faces that is peeking out of the wagon from either the back or the front. All right.
Care to elaborate on the alright, Darius?
There was a lot of information. I'm just trying to puzzle through it in a way that I can describe it where it makes sense in this tongue. Okay, well, from what they've seen and what I can piece together, ravens are a little bit enthusiastic when they speak. Jester Hill is a large rock that juts out of the landscape. The sides seems to be quite steep, but there is a path up that traverses where it is possible to do so for a creature without wings. This path, there's 2 crossroads at it that leads to this circular paths that goes all around the hill. One is lower, one is higher. But if you go to the apex, there's a big circle surrounded by stones where the forest folk sleep and camp. There's also there a man made out of twigs, taller than our house, like statue like, standing there in that circle. I've never heard my father talk about that when it comes to Jester Hill. I think that's new. Yeah, and then past that there is a path that leads to another large circular area, dead kind of ground surrounded by thorns and smaller dead trees, in which in the middle there is a tree bigger than the ravens have ever seen before. At the roots of this tree there's apparently a lot of blood, and above all of this is, you know, as Davian had told me, this big constant storm with a constant, and he uses quotation marks in the air, hurting light from the skies. I think they're trying to describe lightning, One of the ravens were caught in it and sadly died. So it's seems to be quite difficult to fly there, and that's why they took such a long time coming back to us. Poor guys. And from inside his clothing, he takes out this hidden pouch, and he grabs like a handful of seeds from it, and immediately the raven starts to surround him as he like throws some of it on the ground.
I don't suppose you can ask them questions?
I can.
Were there any regular-sized tigers up there? Like human-sized? Like fairy, forest folk, like we were dealing with that they saw before?
He turns towards the ravens and it's kind of funny. He starts making these croaking sounds. Yeah, kind of. But they don't sound silly. They actually sound like they would have come from a raven. There's something like strange going on with his airways, or like it's a little bit spooky, like how accurate it sounds. Yeah, quite a few of them. There were a lot in that central circle, both the big gray ones and the smaller beige ones, Goliaths and half-elves, sleeping in that central area, but there's also big gray ones that walk around and guard.
And rough count.
They said more than us. That's probably the best we can.
Can ravens count?
Not really.
Yeah,
They can
intelligence level.
compare that something is bigger than the other, but specific count, sadly not. But they said it's more than us combined with my family.
Well, that's what we're here for, I suppose. I wonder if what we're looking for is here. How far is it until the top of the hill?
You start making sounds again to the ravens. You make sounds back, and kind of takes a moment to think about it. Not bird's eye distance. Probably, from what I understand from them, a bit less than half of a day left.
And I guess my only final question is whether or not there was activity there. Like, did they see any light or any sort of noise, chanting? Like, what's the situation up there?
He makes a few sounds again, and like one raven kind of hops up and kind of stands on his foot and kind of looks up at him and starts croaking back. Yeah, there was a few fires. It was kind of calm. They were, sleeping and resting as they were checking them out during the night. But, okay. In the morning, they saw on their way from the hill a group of forest folk having a loud conversation with another group of forest folk. Apparently it was intense, and it ended with that group of forest folk leaving the hill and going north down this road. Oh, Oh no.
We should probably hide then?
We should probably hide.
Mattia jumps to a bush and hides.
Nix looks to see if they can actually steer the cart off the road in a place that would cover it.
It's very rocky, rooty, oh wow, and thorny terrain around here. Make me a survival cunning with advantage as SE turns to help you.
Yay!
Yes. A surviving intelligence.
Cunning, right?
With
Cunning?
cunning. With cunning.
Oh.
This is not trying to learn something. This is trying to use your. Things are looking rough. You don't even know if the wagon's wheels can survive, like, heading into the bush.
Then Nix will pull the cart up as close as he can to like the forest line, and call to the others to like sort of grab some branches or something to try and disguise it as much as possible. And unhook the horses, lead the horses into the forest a little bit, and like loop them up again on a tree or something.
That's easily said and done. As he helps you with that.
Mattia would use druidcraft to create little sprouts.
I mean, Illyria's also
That
doing
helps.
her best to help with
That
the
certainly
endeavor.
helps. You limit a little bit of druidcraft, but you know it definitely helps to kind of like encourage the vines and the thorns to grow and kind of cover the wagon more than what they did.
All right.
And when
Then
you
we hide.
yeah, you hide. Before you do that one final action and hide, Darius clears his throat and says, "Well, I think I would just be in the way. I need to return to my family. I wish we could do more for you, but as it's yesterday battle proved, I don't think I will be able to help you."
You were great. What are you talking about?
Well, up until that moment where I fell and hit my head.
Didn't worry about it. We all almost died at least once, you know. It's just part of the adventuring life. If you're going to be an adventurer, you have to be at death's door at least 3 times, or else it doesn't really count.
I
Right?
don't think Darius is that interested in an adventurer's life.
Yeah, that's a different thing then.
I mean, I had certain
Also-
dreams when I was younger. I do enjoy nature and physical exertion, but
Your family needs you.
yes, and the ravens, we have suffered a lot of casualties. I'm very concerned.
Well, it's best that you take whatever you learned from those ravens and take it back to your family, and if we do not stop whatever is going on up there, it's for sure. It sounds like they're coming once more for the vineyard.
Yes. I need to be there and make sure that if they slip past you, that I can take them to safety.
All right, safe journey.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Good luck. And please don't die. That would be bad.
Wondercrest, that is. Should we survive? Should we resolve it? And should we pass by the vineyard again? Could you please not reveal yourself through a bush again?
I don't know.
Yeah, but we,
mean,
we
I
are a
just
bit
hope we
jumpy,
could just-
and
I hope,
And I-
you know, everything dealt with, we could just, you know, go and knock or something.
I'm just saying,
The
we are a
approach is
bit
kind of growing
jumpy.
on me.
And I don't think it would be good for your physical health if you jump
No,
on us.
don't worry. I get it. It was as much for my safety as it was for yours. Of course, you will be welcomed as as friends, of course.
Well, safe travels.
You too. He immediately walks over to Essie, who's kind of like gotten a little bit of a sour look on her face, and he reaches once again into his backpack and presses something, a vial of red liquid, into Essie's hands. I found this on a dead outsider. I hope it certainly would serve you better than it did them. And I stand by what I said. Remember that, please. And Essie looks down onto the vial of superior healing in her hand, and then up at Darius again, and a little bit stunned, she nods at him and says, I will. Maybe. Darius himself kind of pauses at that. Doesn't really know what to do with himself, but then kind of picks himself up. Start like walking, that turns into a hearty jog. He waves, and in the middle of one of his steps, his form transmutes into that of a raven, which guides that small swarm towards north and towards home, and disappears in the distance.
It was a were-raven.
We know they're wearing.
I know.
Is it for sarcastic?
Aren't they all wearing? We need to hide right now. I apologize. You know.
We assume the camouflage position.
Okay, make me a group stealth cunning.
Group still for cunning.
It's still for cunning who?
Oh no, my dumbass lost Delirious.
Plus this many 22 for next.
Stealth cunning. Cunning with stealth.
Yes.
Stealth for cunning, no! 20!
4.
Oh.
Well, it's a group one, so
Come on, it's a
Illyria.
20. Come on.
What about Ezzy?
yeah. Rolling.
Illyria is not very cunning. Now,
Delirious like
stealthy.
shiny sword goes off occasionally.
it's-
Can't help herself. Glow stick.
at this point, it's probably she's like having like a mental argument with the sword again.
There's just a feeling of, come on, let's go, through the sword.
It's like, we need to be stealthy right now.
Face them, fair and square. Honestly,
There's
come on,
nobody
let's
here
go.
Right now, if you want to be stealthy, please.
Let's fight. Come on, after them. It's kind of the feeling you get from it.
Oh my god, it's the shot. The sword is an instigator.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, there you lie amongst the thorn, the mud, the rocks. A few minutes passes by. This is nice. Not really. It's kind of uncomfortable.
And we wait.
Okay. You soldier on. You wait.
Matia will spam Droidcraft to make everyone, like, to put leaves on everyone like a ghillie suit.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely improves it a little bit. You wait for the better part, or slightly more so, than half of an hour. and then eventually there's slightly in the distance, it slowly grows. That's the, yep, that's it. That's the crunch of footsteps. And that's a person talking. Low voice, somebody answers. It's slightly lighter, but with authority. What are they saying? Right. Primordial. You don't know. And then...
Should have cast comprehend language.
Too late now. And then kind of passing into your vision, because you don't dare to move that much, comes first a big furry white. That's the first thing you see. A little bit confused. What? But then you see the paws underneath it, and you realize that you're staring at a direwolf with a completely white fur or pelt. And walking beside it is a big Goliath female with a white wolf's pelt kind of over her head and down her shoulders. Some of her blonde hair is braided, and she's wearing those scraps and hides that the forest folk is wearing. She is definitely in the front, and one of her hands is comfortably within the fur of the direwolf, kind of like half resting there and like half petting the wolf. And beside her is a very sheepish looking woman that supports herself on a staff that have several trinkets falling off of it. There's a hood. There's two kind of deer. Oh my god, what is it called? Deer.
Antlers.
Antlers, thank you. Attached to it. Fur also draped around her shoulders, but quite a timid kind of way that she moves. And then behind them is 8 other different genders Goliath warriors.
Any like common markings on them, or common things that they carry? Like, are they wearing a uniform, or is it just the antlers?
Give me a perception intelligence.
They will do a good look.
A look check.
Yes, and as for the look-see, a nat 20.
Whoa! Whoa!
You're going like a madman today.
You can see clearly that all of the forest folk, Goliath or half-elf, are all wearing a piece of jewelry that attaches to a white quartz.
Ah, like the one Nyx has.
But also, they're all wearing a piece of fur that has a white pelt, but from different animals, but they're all wearing it, which is different from what you saw at the vineyard. They seem to be talking with each other. They're keeping an eye out, being on their toes. It's sounds friendly enough, but it doesn't sound too carefree either.
Is there an obvious hierarchy? This Goliath wearing the pelt is a leader.
Empathy, composure.
Oh, okay. Should it not be leadership, composure?
Sure, let's do it. Recognize the leader in somebody else?
Shit, how do I roll that?
You roll it manually, I guess.
Composure, leadership. Makes no difference. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
20.
Oh, for sure. She is in the front. She is so comfortable with this direwolf. Everybody else is kind of like keeping a respectful distance to both the wolf and her. And she is also kind of like guiding the conversation.
All right. I guess we just watch them pass.
Okay.
Do they seem injured in any sense? I guess it's like it doesn't. I wouldn't imagine they would be like walking casually if they were injured. It's more like
Perception intelligence? No, they're not injured. But there's something tense about them.
okay.
Like, tense how?
Like considering that you don't understand what they're talking about. You're not like Nyx is able to glean this information from like the high rolls that he have. Like they're not happy for some reason.
I see.
Oh, you can tell that, I suppose, from a group of people, from their tone of voice, their body language, that sort of stuff. Okay. Well, I guess I'll wait until they pass. Stay
They
silent.
start walking past and starting to kind of get out of your view. There's just like one or two stragglers that kind of left in the vision you have in front of you. But then the woman calls out one word. Stanna! And she comes back into your view, kind of bringing everybody around back to her because she now let go of the wolf that is now like sniffing down on the ground, and she looks down onto the wagon tracks on the path.
Oh man.
And her gaze kinda follows them, her head slowly lifting. The wolf starts to growl low in its throat. Her gaze follows as the wagon tracks kind of disappear into the foliage, and then she stares directly in your direction. Krigare med mig! And let's roll some initiative.
That'll be with what? She's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
She,
well, that's
she-
it. Oh well.
She sees you. In general direction, she doesn't really know exactly where you guys are at. But she kind of knows that there's something here. She sees the shape of some kind of something being hidden by foliage, and she is stepping forward and investigating with, and like all of them kind of bring out their axes and following with her. I mean, if this is not initiative, are you just gonna wait there and wait it out as they get closer?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Nyx looks to Ezzy and looks to Illyria.
Next, this is a lot of dudes.
Woo! Okay, it's time to Hope this doesn't go bad. Nick's what to do here? This is like a pretty big decision.
She's coming closer. She has her axe kind of leisurely in one of her hands. She's leaning her head to the side, kind of taking in this big blob that is your wagon. The warriors are starting to fan out.
Will transform into this really smelly looking rough half-elf with like balding black hair and this really long unkempt beard and a few missing teeth. And she will come out trying to look as drunk as possible and go. Oh, you guys look funny.
She holds up a hand with a closed fist and everybody stops. Axes are drawn. Everybody's attention is brought onto you.
Don't hurt me. And he raises his hands. You all are big.
Vem är du?
Hi. I'm Caleb. Nice to meet you.
She is stalking towards you with intent.
Caleb will go over here and still raising his arms. Hello.
She steps before you. She is 2 meters and 20 centimeters about. All, she's not lean. She's definitely buff. And she's wearing this clothing that kind of shows off her assets, and she seems very proud of it. The hand that is free from the crude stone axe grabs a hold of your arm. If you would let her.
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do something?
And she starts to pat you down.
Ooh, I do have a knife.
Like, you can feel her hands like searching. Thankfully, as a changeling, your actual form transmute. It's not as normal like illusion. So that's really good in your favor right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, your equipment is still there.
So she will find a dagger and another dagger which might or might not be magical.
She's gonna take your pack and your dagger away from you.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Hello.
And she hands it up to her friend that is beside her, who like looks at the dagger with a furrowed brow and like this big gray with tribal tattoo hand starts immediately grab through your belongings and kind of like throwing stuff out and about, scattering it.
Oh wait, never mind.
They immediately starts to bag the rations that you have in there. But your attention is kind of stolen from her because she grabs your shin in her free hand to like force you to look up at her. And then with her axe, she points towards the big bulky thing, like your wagon as you hid underneath branches, stuff like that. And she forcefully twist your head towards it and then back to her, and she raises a quizzical eyebrow.
This. Oh, you know, I have something called a wife back home, and she was being very mean to me, so I went out and about, and yes, you know, it's a place called Kreshken, and I decided anymore, so I do this, you know, and he does like a little horse motion, and I got over here.
She grabs your throat and
Whoa,
squeezes a
whoa.
little bit, and she asks again in Primordial something you do not understand. And she points again with her axe with more frustration.
He just nods stupidly.
She does the question again, and then out of frustration she says what in Sylvan.
I'm not going to respond to that.
Okay. Then she's gonna grab onto your neck from behind, and she's gonna maneuver you towards it with you in front.
Alright. Yeah, what are we doing?
It's hard to say, you know.
Yeah.
This is a cart for things, you know? You ride with it, and he does like a little wave motion with his hand while staggering about.
Make me a persuasion with presence.
Oh no, my presence. Oh, okay. Persuasion, presence. Let's go. 19.
She swirls you around again,
Whoa! And he
grabbing onto your neck again, like squeezing a little bit.
He does a little bit of like a burp sound, and almost like someone is about to belch.
She cracks her forehead into yours.
Oh, okay.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. She says something again in Primordial. Then out she like pushes her axe into the ground with like a swift motion, kind of lands it into the ground with the handle at a 45-degree angle, and then with her free hand she makes this kind of she puppeteers like a little horse in her hands that runs, and then she says in Sylvan, horse, and she scans the forest. Where?
He does the motion again, pretending to like horse, and he does the motion again. I get it. It's oh well, it went. It got spooked and ran away off. Where did he go? Oh, I think they're over here, and he will walk over there. All of them are in the bushes, right? So they're not in the immediate line of sight.
Yes, they're not in the immediate line of sight. The horses are even further into the forest.
Yeah, can I walk over there?
She
And he points
grabs
northward.
She grabs your neck, kind of forces you to remain in place, and then she looks over her shoulder. Du, gå, titta. Se vad du kan hitta. And two of them starts to like walk in that direction and like search. Ni andra, gå runt, se om det är någonting annat där. And they start like spreading out again and searching. Like she's spreading them out, letting them search around. They're walking towards the wagon, gonna check it out. There's seconds here, and they probably will be stumbled upon your party.
Yes. So Hamatia will grab the hand that is holding her and cast Bestow Curse.
Okay. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I think with that, that's going to be the end of tonight's episode of Curse of Mother Misery.
Oh no!
This was a roller coaster.
Jesus.
My brain is not working. Like, what do?